No, this has not been a track we've really practiced or qualified well at. I mean, again, the conditions are dramatically different than what we're going to race tomorrow, so I feel more confident in kind of the process that we've got to get ready for the race versus going out here and being super fast. Now, we tried the best we could, but certainly the car's not set up well for these conditions.
Some teams had tire issues. Did you guys have any, or do you feel like you were conservative on your pressures or what?
We did not have any tire issues, but I'm sure there's always going to be tire issues here and there, especially on a track that fast. Early in the morning, you're going to have issues like that for sure.
Denny, for Toyotas, as this round of 8 continues, what does it say about where the manufacturer is at? And there's usually a lot of talk about how Toyota is outnumbered in a lot of ways to outnumber the field who's left battling for a championship. What does that mean for the manufacturer?
I mean, they apply their resources to less cars, and obviously they've been pretty successful doing that, and really over the last 10 years they've been solid when it really counts at the end, right? It's 1/3, 2/3 disadvantage, but when you get down to the final 8 and you got half the field, it's pretty good, right? So certainly I think that the way they do things has been really successful, so it's hard for me to second guess that.
Is Reddick in 2311 at any sort of disadvantage not been in this position before?
I don't know about disadvantage. It's so week to week, and really how fast you are on any given week. Experience does matter. Certainly, I think when you haven't been in this position before, certainly nerves can be a factor, but there's no disadvantage. The car doesn't know who the driver is or what team it is or anything like that. They just know, how to go fast. So the car doesn't know. It's just driver could be nerves.
You said on your podcast, now it's kill time. You can't lay back at all. Got to make sure it's just 100%. Is it different? Is it where you're smart and very careful, and now you're willing to do more, or what?
No, I still think you got to be really, precise in the moves you make, and certainly the risk that you take. I mean, I think we had 3 finishes in the top 7 last year. We didn't make it. There was a lot of different factors in that. We didn't have as many playoff points last year as well. So I think that kind of repeat performance probably would get you in. But who knows? I mean, we don't know. We're just so week to week, and you really can't think about the end result. You just have to think about the next shot, and that's this weekend.
You still consider this as your year? You still consider this as your year to get this?
Well, I mean, it's 8 of our years so far. I mean, it's not mine to lose, others to gain. There's all an equal shot for everyone. I mean, it doesn't mean all the cars are equal. It doesn't mean all the teams are equal. But certainly everyone's got an equal shot going into these last 4 races. So I feel as good about it as I have before. Today doesn't change any of that. Tomorrow we'll have a good solid day, and we'll just keep marching towards the goal, right? And but it's not like you have control of it and they got to take it from you. It's not the way racing really works.
So you don't behavior on track, Denny, change at all at this point in the playoffs? Are people racing more mindful of you guys that are still competing for the championship, or does it get even crazier because they still have agendas they need to get done before the end of the year?
Yeah, I mean, I think typically this time of year you do see a little bit of give and take with those that are not in the playoffs. I think it just kind of depends on, are you racing for a win against somebody that hasn't won that year? That's a little different, but certainly I think there is some give and take that happens on the racetrack that you don't necessarily see. It's just to me, it's a common courtesy for those that, if the roles were reversed, you would hope for the same courtesy.
So you don't look at this 30-point gap between you 8 guys as a 30-point gap. You look at it as you guys are all pretty even then.
Yeah, I mean, I just think everyone has an equal opportunity to go out there and win the race, right? I mean, I think there's some that have had historically good finishes on whether it be these types of tracks or Homestead or Martinsville, but it's so week to week, and you just never know what's going to happen, all the extra stuff that can happen, the cautions, and when do they fall, and how's your do you get caught up in a wreck on a restart? Like, all those things are factors, right? So I think we all equally have the same amount of opportunity to go out there and punch our ticket.
How closely?
This is Austin Dillon, driver of the Bass Pro Shops Chevrolet. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, Also, check out one of those 2 videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.